For 132 years, Algeria lived under the shadow of French rule. Its people were called subjects, not citizens. Their voices, silenced. But in 1954, the silence broke. A new fire rose in North Africa, and it would burn until freedom came. This is the story of the battle for Algeria, the war that ended an empire. It began on November 1st, 1954. A group of young Algerians, tired of broken promises and brutal oppression, formed the FLN, Front de Liberation National. Their goal was simple but dangerous: independence or death. That night, coordinated attacks hit French police posts and army bases across Algeria. To the world, it seemed small, but to the French Empire, it was the beginning of a war they could never truly win. The French sent in 500,000 soldiers, armed with tanks, planes, and the latest weapons. But the FLN didn't fight in open fields. They fought from the shadows, in mountains, villages, and narrow city streets. In the Battle of Algiers, they turned the capital into a battlefield. Women carried bombs in handbags. Children ran messages through the alleys. Every Algerian, man or woman, became a soldier for freedom. The French army fought back with overwhelming force and brutal tactics. Torture, mass arrests, and executions became tools of control. But with every act of repression, the Algerian spirit grew stronger. The war was merciless. By 1958, entire villages had been burned. Over 1 million Algerians were displaced. The French public began to ask, how far will we go to keep a colony that doesn't want us? Meanwhile, the FLN reached beyond Algeria, gaining support from newly independent African nations and global anti-colonial movements. The world began to see Algeria's fight as more than rebellion. It was a symbol of liberation. By 1960, France was breaking from within. Protests filled the streets of Paris. Even French soldiers questioned the war. President Charles de Gaulle, realizing the tide had turned, opened secret talks with the FLN. And on March 18, 1962, the Evian Accords were signed, officially ending the war. On July 5, 1962, after 8 long years and over 1 million deaths, Algeria declared independence. For the first time in over a century, the people ruled their own land. The Algerian War of Independence was one of the bloodiest struggles in modern history, but it changed Africa forever. It inspired revolutions from Kenya to Angola, and proved that no empire, no matter how mighty, can crush the will of a people determined to be free. Today, the cry of Algeria Libre still echoes in the desert winds, a reminder that freedom always comes with a price. This was the battle for Algeria, the war that ended an empire and gave birth to a nation. Subscribe to African Chronicles, where Africa's forgotten heroes live again.